Mile High City for Game 5 there tomorrow night. We are there. Our Chase Shannon traveling with the team. He joins us live from the Spurs Hotel in downtown Denver. Chase?
Hey, Don, we've got a fun little series up here in Denver, don't we? All tied at 2 apiece. It's a best of 3 at this point. And what's that old saying? Half the battle is just showing up. As you can see in this video, I can confirm the Spurs have made it here to Denver. The silver and black arriving at the team hotel less than an hour ago, and they're in for quite a challenge now. Denver, one of the best home teams all season long, and they woke up to blow the Spurs out in the last few minutes of Game 2 here in the Mile High City. But the Spurs say they're the ones in control, and it's their mistakes allowing Denver to succeed. So the job in Game 5, stop making those same mistakes.
All the mistakes that's been going on with us this series is on us. You know, just our effort, our concentration level, and understand not to give them the fuel what makes them a great team. You know, and we just got to pick that up. We showed spurts of it, and it's spurts that we lack in it, and that's when they make their run. So just being conscious of that for 48 minutes.
Head coach Mike Malone asked earlier today at Nuggets practice what he thinks about the adjustments that head coach Greg Popovich will likely make come Game 5. His answer was the chess match. Listen, he's Bobby Fischer. He's a savant. He's not wrong, Don.
That's right, Game 5, just about 2 hours away. We're going to be right there in the middle of it. Our Chase Shannon is courtside in Denver. He joins us live from the Pepsi Center. Chase.
Battle Royale, I like that, Don. This is going to be an outstanding environment tonight. Denver all about playoff basketball right now. This Nuggets squad in its first postseason in 6 years. So needless to say, it will be rocking in the Pepsi Center tonight. Now, the Spurs have proven they can win here. They did it in Game 1, and their presence in the paint has been vital for them lately. In Game 4, despite losing that game, 60 points beneath the rim. But it's hard to win a game when the other team hits 15 threes. They also need someone to step up. Who could be the guy tonight for the Spurs? In Game 3, it was Derek White. He scored 36 points to help them cruise to the win. They're going to need something like that tonight to escape with the W.
Oh, sure. You know, players in the playoffs, you know, people step up. It happens all the time in every single series of every single year. You know, Mr. Craig did a hell of a job last game. You know, making his threes, playing great D, and you need, you know, people to step up who might not be your, you know, your major players, but people who step up become that, and very important in winning.
Torrey Craig's 18 points, a huge part of Denver's Game 4 win. That move from Mike Malone paying off big time. So do the Nuggets feel like they have the Spurs right where they want them? I asked Jamal Murray if he thinks they do have them flustered after how Game 4 ended.
It's 2-2. You know, it doesn't matter how they are or how we are. The series tied 2-2, and they have a chance to come here and try to take one, and we have a chance to hold them off and the series in their place. So we got to come out aggressive, knowing that we're going to go back to San Antonio after this game.
It's the playoffs. You know, if we lose this game, that didn't matter. So we just got to, like I said, each game is new, each night is new, and you can't rest on what you did last night.
A shot for the Spurs to put the Nuggets on the brink of elimination tonight, much better than the alternative. A lot of the guys have taken the floor already. We just saw Jakob Poeltl and Derek White step out here, so we'll see how this battle royale, as you put it, plays out. Live at the Pepsi Center, Chase Shannon, News 4 San Antonio Sports.
All right, thanks.
A poor defensive performance in Game 4 has the Spurs back to square one. They've had plenty of opportunities to take full advantage and control of this series, blowing a 19-point lead here in Game 2 last week, and then blowing a 12-point lead at home after the first quarter in Game 4. So adjustments. What are the Spurs going to do to counter that red-hot Denver three-point shooting? What are they going to do to counter the big fella, Nikola Jokic, who had 29 in their last outing? Denver head coach Michael Malone called Greg Popovich a savant. We'll see what's up the savant sleeve tonight.
Yeah, I mean, we just got to play smarter and play harder than we did in Game 4. I mean, it's going to be a tough battle here, especially on the road, but just executing the little things, and it'd be big things for us.
It all comes down to the basics. Sure, each team makes, I like to say, tweaks. But you can't change who you are by this time in the season. But the basics of winning and losing still apply. You know, you got to make shots if you're going to win. You can't give up 17 second chance points like we did, or 21 fast break points like we did. So any adjustment in the world means nothing if the basics aren't taken care of. So more attention should be paid to that than some little tweak here and there.
Yeah, and we'll be paying attention to those tweaks tonight. Hey, coming up tonight at 6, we talked to Jamal Murray earlier and asked him point blank if he thinks the Nuggets have the Spurs flustered. Live at the Pepsi Center, Chase Shannon, News 4 San Antonio Sports.
All right, series moving to Denver for Game 5 there tomorrow night, and we are already there. Our own Chase Shannon standing by live after meeting the Spurs when they arrived at the team hotel. Chase?
Yeah, Don, interestingly enough, the first person to greet us when we got off the plane here in Denver, Jamal Murray over the PA on the tram from the terminal to baggage claim. And the Spurs, though, did make it, as you can see, our cameras there at the team hotel this afternoon as they have invaded the Mile High City. Now, they know that there's one thing for sure. They have got to win at least one game here in Denver. To do that, they've got to shoot better. When they've been successful, it's been going to the hole with Derek White or DeMar and LaMarcus inside. They really haven't shot the ball well from three-point land, and that has got to change.
It's our job on the other end, on this end, to be able to try and seek out and hunt those threes down and take them when we have them, and make the most out of that opportunity. This is what the playoffs is about, is to be able to adjust on the fly and continue to evolve around their defense. So obviously a challenge for us, but you know, we're known for our shooting for a reason, and we just got to find other ways to be able to get open.
Yeah, in Game 4, the Nuggets hit 15 threes to the Spurs 5. Nuggets shooting 48% from three-point land, while the Spurs shot just 29%. Now, you can't expect a ruckus environment in the Pepsi Center tomorrow night. The Avalanche just won their series, so now all eyes focused right now on NBA playoff basketball here in the Mile High City. At the Pepsi Center, Chase Shannon, News 4 San Antonio Sports.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah, Don, Denver head coach Michael Malone really challenging his bunch after they lost Game 3 by double digits. And boy, did they respond. 15 threes and swiping their first win in San Antonio since 2012. Now Spurs head coach Greg Popovich having to challenge his group as well after their less than stellar Game 4, saying overall the Nuggets competed, the Spurs did not. Coaching really coming into play now. It's that chess match. Denver knowing full well the winningest coach in NBA history will have something for him tomorrow night.
Absolutely. I think Pop is one of the masters at adjusting. And he'll have an adjustment for us, and hopefully it doesn't work. But if it does, you know, we'll be ready to adjust on the fly, you know, against what he adjusted to. You know, I think that's the beauty of the playoffs. You know, it's a chess match, and you have to play that game.
We don't necessarily worry too much about what they may do. We talk about it. We try to prepare our guys, but you hope now going into game 89 that we have a base defensive system and principles that we can rely upon those no matter what's going on. And the chess match, listen, you know, he's Bobby Fischer. He's a savant. So I'm not worried about matching wits with Greg Popovich. I'm worried about helping our team.
Yeah, shout out Bobby Fischer. Hey, Don, the last time the Spurs won a Game 5 playoff game on the road was back in 2015 when they beat the Clippers out at Staples Center. I will not say what happened the rest of that series. We'll have much more from the Pepsi Center tomorrow at 5 and 6. Live in Denver, Chase Shannon, News 4 San Antonio Sports.
Yep.
Yeah, John, this is the first Game 7 in the Mile High City since 1978. In fact, this franchise has only been past the first round once since 1995. Needless to say, the home crowd here tonight is starving for a playoff victory. The Spurs, on the other hand, they're looking for their first Game 7 win on the road since 2008. That's when they eliminated the New Orleans Hornets in round 1, and they can also become just the second 7 seed to knock out a 2 seed since the first round playoff format changed to the best of 7 back in 2003. The other team, it was the Spurs back in 2010 when they beat the Dallas Mavericks. Now, the last time the Spurs played in a Game 7 was in 2015. The Clippers knocking them out at Staples Center. And there's only 2 guys left on the roster from that squad. That's Patty Mills and Marco Bellinelli. But they still have plenty of other guys with Game 7 experience. Take DeMar DeRozan, for example. He is 2-1 overall in his career in Game 7s.
Man, go out there and play. You know, don't think too much like it's a Game 7, but play like we played last game. You know, play like you want to continue to keep this thing going. You know, don't overthink it. Go out there, play hard, play smart. Let everything fall in your hands after that.
Some things that went well for the Spurs in Game 6, limiting the Nuggets' red-hot three-point shooting. They held them to just 25% from beyond the arc. Also, the bench play. San Antonio's reserves outscoring Denver's 36-13, 19 of those points coming from Rudy Gay. He hopes to carry over that performance into tonight.
Either carry it over or go home. You know, that's what it is. You know, we have to have that mentality, and we have to, you know, kind of force ourselves into the game. However we do it, you know, figure out how we can be successful, learn from last game, and just try to win, man. That's it.
So what will we see from Rudy and the Spurs tonight? Can DeMar and LaMarcus keep that momentum that they built in Game 6 and take over this Game 7? And can the 7-seeded Spurs knock out the 2nd-seed Denver Nuggets and advance to the Western Conference semis? Right now at Pepsi Center, we're a long ways out from tip-off. They're getting all the in-game arena adjustments made as we get ready for a fun and wild Game 7. Live in Denver, Chase Shannon, News 4 San Antonio Sports.